Hi everyone, Jennifer here with another edition of Bella TV Live. I am joined by a very special guest who I kind of know personally now, Julie Mintz, singer, songwriter, and Moby's muse, I guess we could call you as well, which is super exciting.
That's a nice way to put it.
So go ahead and introduce yourself for everyone and maybe start by telling us how you got started in this industry.
Hi, I'm Julie Mintz. I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm originally from a small town in Texas, and I live in Los Angeles now. And I was originally just writing songs in my bedroom, and now I have an album out. And you got to know me because you wrote an article about me for Bella.
I did, which I can't wait for it to come out and to see it. But it was so interesting getting to know your story, especially before I got to sit down with you. So you didn't start out as a singer-songwriter. What were you doing before this?
Oh my gosh. Well, in college, I actually majored in neuroscience, and I thought maybe I was going to go to medical school. And I started working in a hospital, and then I just realized that was not the right path for me. Yeah, I've always been super sensitive, and I feel like I was maybe too sensitive to do that every day.
Yeah.
And so then I kind of was like looking back to what I did as a kid that made me really happy. And I had always played piano and sung in choir. And so I just started playing music again.
Yeah.
And I moved from Texas to Los Angeles and was just writing songs and playing like little tiny shows, just taking my guitar wherever people would have me. And then I ended up living across the street from Moby.
Yes, very cool part of the story.
Yes, totally coincidentally. And so that's how we met. But I had already been writing songs and playing shows for a long time.
Yeah.
When that opportunity came about.
So how did your relationship kind of evolve with Moby, and what kind of a role did he play in developing your singing and songwriting career?
Well, I was really lucky because we were just neighbors at first, but he knew that I was a singer-songwriter, so our friendship was based around music a little bit. Like he would invite me over for tea or for yoga, and but he always had a lot of guitars at his house, and he'd be like, "Oh, play me a new song you're writing," which can be really intimidating when you're just starting out. I mean, I'd been doing it for many years, but still, there's like a huge discrepancy in his level of success and where I was, and for him to be like, "Oh, play me a new song," but I would, and he would give me advice, and so it was just a friendship at first, and then after he had heard me play songs, he just emailed me one day and asked me if I would sing backup for him on The Tonight Show, which is so like great. Kind of an
Very
amazing
exciting.
email to get. I said yes,
of course,
and then so then I just started singing backup for him and playing keyboards whenever he would play shows. So that was over 5 years ago that I joined his band and started doing that, and I'm still doing that to this day. But once we started collaborating musically, he would come to a bunch of my solo shows. He was like, "You should make an album. You have so many great songs." So then he produced my album.
Very exciting.
That was huge.
So this album, I feel like your sound, your tone has been described in a lot of different ways, and it's a very cool sound. So how would you kind of coin your specific genre of music?
I call it Gothic Americana, because it definitely has that Americana feel, which is like based on classic country and some roots music and like a little bit of folk music, because that's sort of what I was raised on.
Mm-hmm.
I love like Joni Mitchell, but also Johnny Cash and that sort of old school country.
Yeah.
So I'm from Texas.
Yeah.
But I also call it Gothic because the things that I'm writing about are sort of darker themes. There's a lot of like heartbreak songs and just my darker inner world.
A very pretty, like moody sound, if that makes sense.
Yes, moody is a really good way to describe it, actually. Yeah.
But despite that, your style and your physical appearance is very bubbly and on trend and colorful. I'm so excited. I love this outfit.
Oh, thank you.
And it's Fashion Week, so I have to ask at least one fashion question. So Who are you wearing right now?
This, I'm so lucky. Badgley Mishka just gave me this today. It's actually a jacket,
It looks beautiful.
but I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, can I wear this as a dress?
Of course,
So
it's
my
Fashion
Bella
Week.
interview, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to push the limits during Fashion
Yeah,
Week.
so I thought it would be really fun, and it's not too cold in New York today, luckily, so it works.
You got very lucky. It was like 10 degrees a couple weeks ago.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I was not here for the polar vortex.
And you're here for Fashion Week, so it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, it's so great. It's just getting started.
Definitely.
But I know people always say like I have a really sunny disposition, so it doesn't really fit with my music, but I think it's like I think everyone sort of has their shadow side.
Right.
And so I guess mine just comes out in my music, but then and I feel like it can come out more so because you have to present like this. Sometimes we feel like we have to present like a more pleasing, like bubbly face.
But it's kind of cool that you have both kind of sides to that.
Yeah. I think it's good to get in touch with that darker side.
Definitely.
To your art if you can.
Well, speaking of, I'm sure everyone wants to know what you have going on, where to follow along. So tell us about some of the shows you have coming up and where people can go and listen to this music.
Okay, yes, I would love that.
Okay.
Well, my album is out. It's called Abandon All Hope of Fruition. And you can listen on Spotify or iTunes, wherever you stream music. And I know that the album title is kind of a mouthful, so you can also just look up Julie Mintz, and you can find my music that way. And social media, I like to do Instagram. I like to communicate with people that way. And then I'm also playing a live show in New York next Friday, February 15th, at the Crown Rooftop at Hotel 50 Bowery.
So
7
exciting.
p.m. Yeah.
Yay. Very exciting. Well, I'm happy to have you here in New York, especially during Fashion Week. And I need to come see that show next Friday.
Oh my gosh, please come.
Yes, I will. Awesome. Well, thank you for being here with us. It was a pleasure officially meeting you face to face.
Yes,
of
likewise.
course. Everyone stay tuned for more Julie Mintz.